He spoke as if he were handing me a treasure. "You've performed admirably, but it's time for a new vision." His words carried a condescending warmth. The investor's son stood behind him, smirking as if he'd claimed a prize he hadn't earned. I returned a smile. My resignation letter was already in my grip. "Congratulations," I said evenly. "Smart move." He chuckled, but it was unsteady. "You're not serious, are you?" I was, utterly serious. In that moment, the waver in his tone, the flicker of unease behind his polished confidence, was the first time I saw fear in his gaze. He didn't yet grasp why he should be afraid. 5 years. That's how long it took me to forge Project Vanguard. 5 years of sleepless nights, missed anniversaries, lukewarm coffee, and the quiet drone of servers in the shadows. I can still picture the first prototype, a mess of wires and hope held together by sheer will. Back then, the CEO stood beside me, his hand on my shoulder, promising, "We'll reshape the industry, you and I." I trusted him. In those days, I wasn't chasing wealth. I was chasing impact. Vanguard was meant to prove that genius didn't need pedigree, that determination could outshine entitlement. But in the end, entitlement stole the spotlight. The first hint came 3 months before the big reveal. Meetings I wasn't invited to. Emails that somehow never reached me. The investor's son trailing the CEO like a shadow. Then came the new title, Chief Innovation Officer. Ethan Warwick, the same Ethan who tanked 2 ventures before his father secured him a place at our table. When I challenged the CEO, he flashed that gentle corporate grin, the kind that feels like a pat on the back. "Don't fret," he said. "You'll still be on the team, just under fresh leadership." That's when something in me went still, not shattered still. I didn't lash out, I didn't plead, I watched. Silence is a powerful tool. People misread it as defeat. In that silence, I gathered everything. Every email, every deal, every contract draft. Vanguard wasn't just a project, it was a universe. I'd crafted its structure, written its core, designed its security. I knew where the secrets were hidden. Literally. They thought they could swap me out, but they didn't realize I was Vanguard. The plan formed gradually, meticulously, like assembling a masterpiece of retribution, piece by careful piece. Step 1, protect what was mine. 6 months before the board meeting, I'd quietly set up an offshore IP holding company. Every original line of Vanguard's foundational code, penned by me, was legally owned by that entity, watertight. Step 2, reveal their avarice. I embedded a safeguard in the system, a hidden marker deep within Vanguard's neural architecture. It wasn't destructive, just illuminating. It logged every unauthorized edit, every financial slight, every data violation they committed after sidelining me. Step 3, wait. Timing is everything in vengeance. Too early, it's impulsive. Too late, it's irrelevant. I waited until the night before the product's worldwide debut. The press was there, investors, cameras, the CEO glowing under the spotlight, his voice slick and rehearsed. Project Vanguard embodies innovation, teamwork, and the future of AI-driven solutions. I stood in the back, a guest badge pinned to my jacket. He didn't see me at first. He was too busy soaking in the applause. Then the screen behind him glitched. For a moment, confusion rippled through the crowd. Then the slide shifted, displaying unauthorized access logs from the Vanguard mainframe. The screen went dark. Then lines of code appeared, timestamps, transactions, emails, every internal record exposing how they'd misdirected funds, siphoned grants, and reassigned credit. My signature marker pulsed in the corner like a pulse. Original architect, J. Holt. The room went silent. The press exploded. Cameras swung from him to the screen. I walked out, no need to speak. By morning, every major tech outlet had the story. Project Vanguard built on deception. CEO probed for intellectual theft. Whistleblower uncovers corporate fraud. They called me a whistleblower. I didn't correct them. His face was plastered across the news, eyes sunken, voice strained, denying what the evidence shouted. The investor yanked funding within hours. Ethan Warwick vanished from social media. And Vanguard shelved indefinitely. I didn't need to ruin them. I just needed the truth to outshine their lies. A week later, I got an email from him. The subject: "You destroyed me." I stared at it for a long time. Then I replied, "No, you destroyed yourself. I just lifted the silence that shielded you." He never wrote back. Now, 5 months later, I work from a quiet office by the sea. Vanguard's original framework lives on under a new name, rebuilt from the ground up. Clean, precise mine. Investors reach out, intrigued by the enigmatic founder who turned betrayal into poetic justice. I avoid the limelight. I don't crave applause. The true reward is personal, watching empires crumble under their own hubris. People ask why I didn't sue, why I didn't fight openly. They don't get it. Vengeance isn't about noise, it's about precision, about balance. The CEO taught me something valuable in the end. He showed me that power doesn't come from a title or a platform. It comes from knowing when to walk away and what to leave behind when you do. The day I resigned, I left him smiling, thinking he'd triumphed. Now he sits in courtrooms, his empire unraveling, while my new project quietly draws his former clients. Sometimes I picture him replaying that day in his head. The moment I handed him that letter, the break in his voice, the unease behind his laughter. Maybe now he sees what I meant when I said smart move, because it truly was, for me.